Turbo Trading with head trader Robert Knight, MBA.
This is a talk on the chart pattern that we call pop, drop, bounce, and fade. So you'll see this, and there's many examples every day, but this morning I just picked out 6 quick ones to look at. And this one here, Harley Davidson, now this was up on earnings. We can see just triple bottom down here at 35. Earnings came out, it had a big pop. But it was in a strong rising channel, but on low volume at the opening. And here's where you can see here, you get this big pop, double top, and then the drop. So quite often, we normally don't trade the first 5-10 minutes of the market. So you see this pop and drop. So now you wait for it to consolidate, and then you get the bounce. This is the bounce in Harley. So when it was in this area, probably it's hard to say on this chart, but maybe like that. There's the wedge popped out of that. That could have been a good entry level right there, around 40.25. And it added on $2 from that level. So here's your pop, drop, here's your bounce, and now it's in the fade. It's just going to drift off for the rest of the day. I mean, it may go again near the end of the day in power hour, but for now it's in the fade. So midday, you don't want to be trading that. ENPH, same thing. Look at the opening here. You got this pop, big double top, drop, double bottom, and then you get the bounce. Bounces in here, and now we get the fade. So at the opening, you're watching for these big pops and then the pullback with a bounce, pop and then drop and then get the bounce, and away it goes. RUM, Rumble, we've been watching this. Not so well defined, but you can see here it popped and then dropped. Here is the wedge pattern. It's not as well defined, but here's the pop, the drop, wedges, breaks out. Here's your bounce. And now it's in the fade. As you come into the midday and later, you get everybody's gone home. Markets tend to fade off, or the stocks tend to fade off. This is the pot stock, CGC. This actually sold off at the opening, but then it did pop, made this head and shoulders pattern, dropped. That's a negative. But then we get this bounce, and now it's in the fade. Wings, this is a high price stock. Doesn't matter, price is irrelevant. But here's your pop at the opening, and then it dropped, double bottom in here, and then we got the bounce. Now it's in the fade. TENB, big pop out of the gate, dropped, didn't drop that far, got down to sort of the VWAP area, maybe this 15-period moving average, and then the bounce, and now it's in the fade. Fade's not so well defined. Well, I guess it is if you scale out a bit. So here's your bounce, now it's in the fade. So that's a chart pattern to watch closely, especially after this pop and then the drop. After the drop, then look for the bounce, and that's where you make the big money, gets in a big rising channel, and away you go.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Reach new levels of trading proficiency. Become a member at turbotrading.biz.